All right, everybody, what's good, man? What is good? Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Rundown. Now, you guys know for the most part, I stay out of any political conversations. I don't really like being involved in them because Americans who would normally get along, they end up fighting over the most goofiest shit. And a lot of times it's politics, bro. Right? But we have to talk about this. We got to talk about this Carmelo Anthony case. We have to talk about, what people are saying about it. Now, before I go to the quarterings video, let me give you guys a brief recap on what I know about the Carmelo case. I know that they haven't proved that he did this on some premeditated shit. I know that. I know that Austin Metcalf brother initially said that he was there too, right? Which makes me think that they were trying to bully him and they were trying to jump him, right? And as an African American man who has went to predominantly white schools and a predominantly white college, you see this all the time where there's white boys who feel like they can just talk to you any kind of fucking way, do anything. Maybe they feel too tough. Maybe they feel like nobody's gonna do anything about them, right? And again, those football guys, because they be in the gym and because they feel like, oh, I'm bigger and I'm stronger. My family hold more weight. All these different societal issues lead people to trying to fuck over other people, especially people that they deem lower than them. And let's not make this. Let's not act like this is not a racial situation with Carmelo Anthony, where most of the white men are saying, "Oh man, we need to get some justice for a little Metcalf," and most of the black men like myself are saying, "No, justice has already been served. He tried to bully somebody, and he got punished for his bullying." Now, before I continue again to the quartering video, right, I want to let you guys know this. This man right here that's saying that Carmelo Anthony had no emotional awareness, and that's why he did what he did. This is the same man, right? That's voting for Donald Trump. This is the same man that's okay with police officers killing people like George Floyd, right? That's what he's okay with. Because those police officers who are trained individuals, right? They can show that they have no emotional intelligence and shoot somebody. Let Carmelo Anthony be approached by a young Meston Allcalf, Austin Metcalf, where the fuck that little boy name is or was, right? He doesn't own a tent, doesn't own a school. Somebody under the tent just trying to get from under the rain. And he feels so entitled. You can't be here. You can't be here. To the point where he physically think that he can remove them. Physically. And I always said this. So maybe the quartering can help me, right? Maybe you can help me with this. Did the school give did the school give Austin Metcalf permission to physically remove other students? Because if that is not the case, then he was the aggressor, point blank, period. Let's go ahead and go to the quartering video and hear what he has to say and hear him be a victim and make it seem like Austin Metcalf is a victim when he's fucking not. Let's go.
There's footage of the incident, and no shock. Apparently, they are refusing to release it to the public. Well, things are heating up in the Carmelo Anthony case, and now we know there is footage of the incident. And
hold on, y'all. Let me close out some of these other tabs real quick. Because I don't want this to be skipping or none of that shit that normally happens when I'm doing streams. Real talk. And quite frankly, I'm tired of this fucking internet being on bullshit. Where's the other video at? Here we go. All right, let's go.
Well, things are heating up in the Carmelo Anthony case, and now we know there is footage of the incident. And no shock. Apparently, they are refusing to release it to the public. but they're letting the media see it, and the media tell us what they saw, which is absolutely ridiculous. I'm sure the completely non.
So let's break some things down in these YouTubers' language. They're refusing to release it to the public. More than likely is because it makes Carmelo Anthony look innocent. But then TheQuartering is going to say that the footage was so grainy, we can't tell who is in the footage. We can't tell if it's Carmelo or we can't tell if it's Austin. 5 minutes later, he's going to say that after the incident occurred, on the video, you can see an individual running out of the rain, out of the tent, and doing A, B, C, and D, which we have identified as Carmelo. But I thought you just said that y'all couldn't identify nobody on the video. So I want to, we got to break this video down, guys, because there's a lot of people on YouTube that don't believe they're racist, but they do racist shit, and they be like, "I'm not racist. I just don't want this, this bully who was bullying a black kid. I don't want him to not get justice." What about the black kid who got bullied and he just stood his ground like George Zimmerman did? Oh no, George Zimmerman, he was in danger, bro. Right? That's what TheQuartering would say, right? George Zimmerman had to do what we had to do, but Carmelo Anthony should have just exercised his duty to walk away. Fuck out of here.
Bias and definitely not untrustworthy mainstream media is going to tell me exactly what's in these tapes. The case is, I've said this before.
What did you just say?
Trustworthy mainstream ridiculous. I'm sure the completely non-biased and definitely not untrustworthy mainstream media is going to tell me exactly what's in these tapes.
So if you don't believe what the media are saying about these tapes, then why the fuck are you covering them? Oh, because you do the same thing you guys always do, right? That's why you only see people that like Donald Trump talk about Fox News or any Republican for that matter. I only talk about Fox News. Why is that? Because they want to hear people that agree with them. They want to hear people that are going to confirm their implicit biases and confirm they're racist. That's all this is about, bro. If these are two little black kids that Carmelo had stabbed a black kid, TheQuartering wouldn't be covering this shit. This white man wouldn't care. You know, he'd chop it up as more black kids doing what black kids do in the ghetto. But because it was how you call Austin Metcalf a track star, I find that crazy considering that the track team never won anything with Austin Metcalf on the team, right? But you want to call Austin Metcalf a track star, man? You know what? Let's keep going, bro. This content, I watched the full video just now, and it's very disturbing, very triggering.
The case is, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. By the way, Carmelo Anthony is scheduled to be indicted this month. I am predicting now that he will not get charged with the correct crime. He will get charged with the lesser crime. That's my prediction.
He shouldn't be charged with no crime at all. He shouldn't be charged with no crime at all. Carmelo did nothing wrong. Austin Metcalf put himself in that position by trying to be tough. It's just that simple. He would be alive today if he was just like, you know what? Hey, bro, my man's getting out from under the rain. It's not really a big deal. It's not a big deal. But he wanted to be tough, and now he's gone. End of story.
From the judge lowering the bail to the school letting him graduate to, or lowering the bail to even giving a bail in the first place. Every person along the way here has allowed what is, in my opinion, at least in some part, premeditated crime go with the least punishment humanly imaginable. They're even talking about delaying the trial so that media will forget about it, so that you will forget about it. Make sure you leave a like on this video and you subscribe or follow, because I won't stop covering this until justice is served. Here's the article. Terrifying surveillance footage emerges of Austin Metcalf's attack at the track meet. The horrific incident that saw track star Austin.
This nigga using the Daily Mail as a fucking source of information, bro. The Daily Mail. You can't make this shit up, bro. So you don't have CNN, you don't have a politician, somebody putting this out, a sheriff, right? Chief of police, something like that. No, you're getting this from the Daily Mail, who claimed that they saw the Austin Metcalf footage. Okay, got it.
Metcalf passed away was recorded on surveillance footage. Austin Metcalf, a Memorial High School junior, we all know, lost his life that day because somebody had low impulse control.
No, he lost his life because he had low impulse control. And I want this to trigger you, Quartering. I want you to hear this and say, damn, man, fuck this guy. Your buddy, Austin Metcalf, is gone because he did it to himself. Isn't that what y'all tell black people when they get shot by a police officer? Y'all look at the footage and say, well, he was resisting. He didn't shut the fuck up. He didn't do what the cop told him to do. He didn't do that. Well, Austin Metcalf told your buddy, right, to leave the tent, but motherfucking Karmelo said, hey, put your hands on me and you're gonna find out. And what Austin do? Austin didn't say, you know what? I don't have authority to put my hands on another student here. Usually that would be seen as assault. If I just walk up, imagine if I had walked up to Austin Metcalf's mother and she was under the tent and I just try to physically remove her. Would y'all say that I was completely right for doing that? If nobody gave me no authority to remove Austin Metcalf's mother from a tent and I grabbed her by a goddamn arm and moved her, would that be considered assault? I almost guarantee it. I almost guarantee one of you white boys would be upset about it and want to do something about it. Let's listen to this crybaby right now. Shout out to TheQuartering for being a loser who can't properly report on a situation and has to be undercover racist to actually cover this fucking story. It's ridiculous, bro.
The devastating incident on April 2nd was recorded on a wide-angle camera, capturing a distant view of the stadium in Frisco, where the ordeal unraveled. A tiny portion of the clash would be seen in the upper left-hand corner on the screen, according to WFAA, who was granted a limited access to the footage. The video reportedly shows Memorial High School pop-up tent on the track meet where Anthony was accused of barging into before allegedly pulling out his poker, as the kids say on TikTok now.
Look at how the story is written. Carmelo Anthony barged into the track meeting. Not that he had a friend that was also on the track team. Not that he was also a track athlete his damn self. He just barged into a place he had no business being, and good old Captain America type nigga Austin Metcalf was just trying to do the right thing and asked him to remove out of the tent. After he refused to remove, good old Austin Metcalf, he thought that he could physically remove somebody, but he couldn't. Didn't your mama tell you not to put your hands on everybody? Boy. Right? I'm gonna talk to y'all how y'all ancestors used to talk, right? We're gonna make America great again right now. Didn't your ancestors tell you not to touch nobody, boy? Now you gone. What's that old Wiz Khalifa song? It's been a long time without you, my friend. But I'm gonna see you when I see you again. It's been a long day, Austin, my friend. But I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. We wouldn't have to sing that song for his bitch ass if he had just stayed in his fucking lane. Yeah, I said it. The same way that y'all say on George Floyd was on fentanyl. I said what the fuck I said. Right? Then you got Austin Metcalf's brother lying. I was holding him in my arms until he died. You ain't get no footage and nothing? I was right there the entire confrontation. And you ain't get no proof that your brother was innocent at all? Bro, tell the truth. You and your brother thought that y'all can bully this little homie. Little homie, you know what I'm saying? He popped up looking like Blade. Nigga popped up looking like Wolverine on y'all niggas. You ain't know what to do. Now your brother's gone, and now the justice system fucked up. Everything fucked up. The justice system wasn't fucked up when Donald Trump got out of jail, right? The justice system wasn't fucked up when all of those people that attacked everybody on January 6th got pardoned, right? The justice system wasn't fucked up when they start letting go members of the fucking group that tried to kidnap Michigan Governor Whitmer, right? It wasn't the justice system wasn't fucked up then. How about when they let George Zimmerman go? TheQuartering? I looked through your videos, you have nothing about that. So is this about injustice or is this about a white boy being dead? Which one is this about? Because this is about injustice. I expect you to be writing a fucking letter to Donald Trump about reparations tomorrow. But that's not going to happen because you don't care about injustice. You care about punishing a black man, right? Because y'all don't see Karmelo as a boy. A black man for deleting y'all wannabe track star. Child. Nice try, Diddy. Fuck out of here.
Metcalf and Anthony, the video. Metcalf and Anthony, then a senior at rival Centennial High School, were not quote totally identifiable in the video provided by the school district.
Hold on.
Then a senior at rival Centennial. Metcalf and Anthony, the video. Metcalf and Anthony, then a senior at rival Centennial High School, were not quote.
Not them both being seniors at the same high school, but people saying that Karmelo had no reason for being at the high school and at the event. Interesting. So only white boys that go to Centennial High can pull up to the motherfucking track meet and just go under the high school tent. It's not your tent, boy. And if I gotta tell you that again, I'm gonna physically remove you. Instead of calling authority and calling security and calling police or doing anything else, I'm gonna be the big boss today. Big Metcalf. Now they got a fucking toe tag around this nigga foot, and y'all mad about it. Now they got a toe tag around little Metcalf foot, and everybody mad about it. His mother even came out. This is heinous. This is heinous. You know what's heinous? Somebody at a motherfucking high school feeling like they can put their hands on my motherfucking kid. That's what's heinous. And best believe if Karmelo was my child, let Aegon come home or Junior come home or Xavier come home. Any of my fucking kids come home and say, oh, I was just trying to get from under the water and somebody dragged me from beneath the tent. That's your ass. Oh, but they just a kid. Simp God, you ain't a kid no more. You stop being a kid when you figure when your brain develop enough for you to say, I can physically remove this other person. That's when you stop being now you a man. And you're gonna be treated like one. Shout out to Carmelo Anthony, man. Free Carmelo. I'm glad the judge lowered that bond. They had no choice because they had no case. White boy. Fuck you mad about? Mark ass.
Totally identifiable in the video provided by the school district. Gee, I wonder why. Gee, I wonder if they scaled it down so you couldn't tell what was going on. You know, I just have.
Oh, now because the video that was released to the public says that neither Metcalf or Carmelo was identifiable in the video. You have white boys like TheQuartering saying they must have scaled down the video so you guys won't be able to actually see what's going on. Did they scale down Hunter Biden video? Did they scale down Jeffrey Epstein video too? Oh, let me guess. The video of R. Kelly peeing on a teenager, we can barely see it because it was scaled down, right? They're gonna make every excuse. You know what TheQuartering are not gonna say? Maybe he shouldn't have told him to leave the tent. Oh, but it was a football tent and he was the football captain. I don't give a fuck what he was. That's why I kept saying, you know why the school hasn't released a statement saying, oh yeah, we gave Austin Metcalf permission to kick anybody out that fucking tent, because they didn't. Oh, we as the fucking adults in the faculty, we gave Austin Metcalf permission to physically remove other students. You know why they haven't came out with that statement, white boy? It's because they never fucking did. Y'all want to be victims so bad. The nigga was acting like a thug, he got treated like a thug, bro. Do you know what would have happened in any Detroit school? I grew up in Detroit. Do you know what would have happened if Austin Metcalf was under a tent? Some black students, let's say they from Detroit Kettering High School. Look it up. Van Dyke, right? And Gratiot. On Detroit's east side, right? You think Austin Metcalf bitch ass gonna just walk up and tell black student, hey, y'all can't be here. They told him once, hey bro, it's raining. Once it stopped raining, we'll move, cuz. We not bothering y'all. We ain't smoking no weed. We ain't playing no loud music. Nigga, we're literally just trying to get from beneath the fucking rain. What you're suggesting is that because you feel some type of way, that we gotta just stand out in the rain, get soaking fucking wet, all because you feel some type of way. Again, do you have any authority over this tent? No. Did you buy this tent? No. Do you own this tent? No. So why the fuck do I gotta honor how you feel? Now that we got that all out the way, if you touch me, my nigga, this gonna get bad for you. Oh man, I'm Austin Metcalf. I'm about to pull your ass about the tent. I'm about to tell you again, daddy. If you touch me, this gonna be the last nigga you touch. Okay? Do you comprende, motherfucker? Watch this, guys. I'm about to move this little black out of our fucking tent. Next thing, wheezing and fucking coughing. Help me. And then they try to say Karmelo ran away, even though the officer said Karmelo ran directly to him. And the first words he said was, I hope Austin's okay. I never meant to harm Austin. It was all self-defense. They acting like he admitted to murder. He said it was all self-defense. That was the quote that the officer said. So I'm looking at the quote because they trying to make it seem like this quote can be used in court. At what point did he say he had the knife? At what point did he say he drove the knife through Metcalf's chest? He didn't, right? He just said he acted in self-defense. That's all that happened. This is why y'all gonna lose this fucking case. This is why the fucking, y'all in Texas, of all places. Right? And y'all think y'all got a fucking chance of winning this case? Y'all don't have a chance in hell at winning this case. This is why fucking TheQuartering is complaining now. They gave Austin Metcalf a lower bond and then they lower his charges. Duh. They probably gonna lower his charges again. They really try to put out that fucking, what's that shit called? They tried to put out fucking that Austin was getting charged with first-degree murder. Then now the prosecutor said, oh, we might have to lower those charges. I think fucking so. If you want even a chance of winning this case, baby. I kept telling y'all, if y'all want to get Austin, the only charge I see that he's gonna actually may be able to get charged with is aggravated assault with a weapon. Unfortunately for y'all in Texas, a 3-inch blade doesn't even classify as a weapon. So you have to establish, did he even have an illegal weapon? Y'all, again, you might be able to get him for aggravated assault. He might spend 6 months to, to maybe 9 months at most in jail. In jail. But guess what? Y'all mad because he got bond. Y'all mad because the high school allowed him to graduate. Why y'all think that happened? Because if they didn't, they was going to be sued. But you know what? Let me keep going. I
have this weird feeling. At 9:55 a.m., a sudden movement was seen at the tent on the bleachers, but the alleged incident wasn't totally visible. There was movement outside the tent, but it was all heavily pixelated, showing figures at the top of the bleachers. Some of them were positioned just above the tent, and others just below.
Stop there. Hold on, white
Shortly
boy.
after the sudden movement.
Hold on, white boy. So if there was movement outside the tent, there were people who witnessed the event. Who witnessed what happened. Why you think that this man is not being charged? Why you think they don't know what to do? We don't know what to charge this nigga with. I know somebody there thinking. I know somebody back there talk to the prosecutor. Hey, bro, maybe, just maybe, we just deal with public scrutiny and we let this one go because this young man is free. Y'all doing the same shit as prosecutors that y'all did in the fucking Central Park 5 case. Instead of y'all actually looking at evidence for what it is, right? And I'm gonna go so far to say, even in Meg the Stallion case, right? Prosecutors doing the same fucking thing. Instead of actually letting the evidence prove the case, they're going to make a case, right? Then when y'all ruin these 5 boys' fucking life, the city of New York has to pay millions of fucking dollars. You, right? The woman, she couldn't be the woman who tried as a prosecutor, who tried the Central Park 5, she ended up fucking dying. So they couldn't even get no justice. Prosecutors play a very, 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 very big role on a daily basis and who gets fucking what justice. If y'all want Austin Metcalf to get justice, tell the truth about the last moments of his life. If I was in heaven and I'm fucking Austin Metcalf, y'all making me seem like some type of pussy. He pulled Carmelo car, or at least he tried to, because he felt like he could. And it didn't work out for him. You think that was the first time Austin Metcalf approached another young boy trying to pull his car? I guarantee you it wasn't. You know what? Let's keep going about this tragic situation.
Shortly after the sudden movement, several people, likely students, were seen running from the area. Others on the field reacted by moving toward the back gate. Paramedics arrived at the scene 9 minutes after the incident, entering through the same back gate and parking in the middle of the field. It had been
So you know what I hear? The same thing that happened in high school always happened. People surrounded the tent when the confrontation was going on. When they saw my mans get stabbed, they fucking scatter like roaches. That's all that happened. Let's keep going. You think none of those students was filming on an iPhone or a Samsung? You a fool.
previously reported that Metcalf's twin brother Hunter was with him and held him as he passed
What?
away
Hold
in the middle
on.
of the field. It had been previously reported that Metcalf's twin brother Hunter was with him and held.
No, it wasn't previously reported nothing that Metcalf brother with him. Metcalf brother himself came on fucking television saying, I was with my brother and I held him in my fucking arms while I looked to the fucking sky and begged God to not let him die and fucking sing kumbayas and shit. No, it wasn't reported by nobody. He said that shit. You see how this guy, the observant, the way that he reports stuff is so fucking biased, bro. It's so fucking biased. And these are the kind of guys say, I'm not racist. I have a black friend, man. I used to fuck on a black girl 2 years ago, man. I loved her. I don't give a fuck. The way that you're breaking this shit down, let me know you're racist. You know how I also know, right? You're complaining that the system is fucking, the system is bad. Bad system, bad system. But you also say that Donald Trump is innocent. That's how I know you stupid. See, I fuck with Trump too. But I'm not a liar like you. Trump is a fucking abomination to our country. He should have never been president. Pieces of shit like you is the reason why we have soldiers in fucking LA sleeping on the ground now. Pieces of shit like you. You know what? Let's keep going.
Held him as he passed away. On the video, paramedics were seen wheeling a gurney to the bottom of the bleachers to attempt to save Austin's life. About 15 minutes after the incident, a tarp was raised over the bleachers and rain was beginning to fall heavily at this time. About 26 minutes after the incident, emergency medical services left and were replaced with people believed to be law enforcement setting up a crime scene. The surveillance footage is expected to be a key piece of evidence for the grand jury, which will decide in the next coming weeks whether or not the charges will be upheld. This is where I'm very concerned about the justice for
those charges not going to be upheld. That's why, yeah, you should be concerned. I'd be concerned too if I was on the Metcalf team. What the fuck do y'all got right now? Outside of white tears. What do y'all got? What proof do y'all got that this young man committed any crime? We know before the judge lowered the bail, right? That y'all went through his phone, check little homie text messages, probably saw all the little dick pics he was sending, all kind of shit. You know what y'all didn't find? Any proof that he premeditated this alleged attack on Austin Metcalf. Otherwise, we would know about it, right, Quarter? Motherfuckers like you will be reading about it on YouTube, acting like you know what the fuck you talking about. You want to know the real injustice? The quartering is us, the public. Is when we, as the public, say that somebody is guilty of something that they have never done. You know why I've never came out and said Tory Lanez shot Meg Thee Stallion? Despite his conviction, despite me fucking loving Meg Thee Stallion, I just saw Megan last year. You think I want to say this shit? But you know what? I have an obligation to my country and to my fellow Americans to tell the fucking truth. That's what we have, right? That's what the fuck we have. And if you can just blatantly ignore evidence that there is nothing, that this was just an accident where Austin Metcalf was the fucking aggressor. If you can't just say that, then you're wasting our fucking time covering this, right? Because you're only going to cause public outrage with no fucking solutions because you're ignoring the facts. The same way that Meg Thee Stallion fans are fucking supporting the person that allegedly stabbed Tory Lanez. Asinine. Backwards. If y'all was to lose this case, just know it'd be because y'all own karma. Y'all own karma.
Austin Metcalf. By the end of the month, so it's already the 11th at the time of this recording. So it's no more than 2 weeks, roughly. In the next 2 weeks, the grand jury is going to decide if they're going to charge him with a crime he clearly committed or give him his 4th in a row break.
How did he clearly commit the crime, boy? How did he clearly commit it? If Karmelo didn't walk up to the officers, nobody even know that it was him. The police ain't got no cameras of it. Y'all ain't got no cameras of it. In Detroit, this would be an unsolved murder. Because a Detroiter would have never said shit to the police. Period. What you mean you arrested me for my man's? Did you see me do something? Well, if they said you did it, they could have said you did it. The fuck? Y'all got nothing. I ain't never seen an easier case than Carmelo Anthony and his fucking Austin Metcalf bullshit. It's an easy fucking layup, right? This is Steph Curry at the 3-point line, right? Bucket. Fucking buckets. It's too easy. Y'all played yourself, dog.
I suspect they will give him a break and charge him with a lesser charge. Anthony's attorney, Mike Howard, confirmed to WFAA that he's seen the video, but neither the victim's family or the suspect's family has disclosed whether they've seen it. Metcalf and Anthony were 2 track athletes from opposing schools, and they both attended this event. Witnesses told PD that for some reason, Anthony migrated over to the Memorial High School pop-up tent, probably because he had maybe we'll find out he had beef with them at some point.
Here's another thing we got to put on black men. Well, he probably had beef with Austin Metcalf because they went to 2 different schools. Bro, this not fucking Grease Lightning. What the fuck you think this is? You think that we give a fuck about beefing over some high school shit? Are you out your fucking mind? You think that because they're track athletes, neither one of these men was reported to have a scholarship, but y'all called them stars. Child. Now you want to say they had beef, but you said he had beef. Beef. So you trying to make it seem like he's an aggressive black man. Child. Where the fuck is Kevin Samuels at, bro? Where the fuck is Kevin Samuels?
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
So let me get this right, TheQuartering. Because I'm from Detroit. I've never heard of niggas having beef in Detroit, you see the op, you do nothing, right? It's not until it's pouring raining, you still do nothing to the op. That means opposition, right? You only go under the tent because you want to avoid the rain. You still do nothing to your alleged beef member that you have beef with. It's not actually until that person presses you and say, you can't be here. And if you refuse to leave, I'm going to physically reprimand you. It's not up until I'm physically threatened that I defend myself. But I had beef.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
And that's how I know you're not even the white man that run this country. Because they know what real beef is, right? You just playing that. I don't know what the fuck you doing on here. But please don't talk about beef or no other shit that you don't know what the fuck. You shouldn't even be talking about this case because you clearly don't know what the fuck you talking about. And we welcome you to debate. You want to debate? You want to go over the facts? You want to go over the fucking police reports? We'll be happy to debate you. I will be happy to debate you. And after we destroy you, right? Maybe you would say, damn, maybe Austin Metcalf didn't have permission to put his hands on another student. Yeah, it was bad what happened to him, but that's what happened when people touch other people. You don't have a right to remove somebody and put your hands on somebody unless you're a authority figure, like a police officer or an agent. But even security guards, when I was doing security at Securitas, you know, one of the main things they told us, you're not allowed to touch people, right? So if somebody in the lobby and they refuse to leave, you can't just grab them up and no, you must call law enforcement. Law enforcement will pull up with multiple different cars. They will ask that person to move. If not, they will be escorted and reprimanded. I don't believe Austin Metcalf had that authority, but y'all acting like he did. Child.
Anthony unzipped his bag, reaching in, telling Metcalf, touch me and see what happens. A witness told police. The affidavit said Metcalf then grabbed Anthony to tell him to move, and Anthony pulled out his weapon and took his life.
No. You see what I'm saying? That's a lie. He said Anthony told him to move, and then Anthony just took out his weapon and took his life. That's not what the police report say. That's not what Austin Metcalf's brother said. The police report said that Austin Metcalf asked Karmelo to remove himself, and Karmelo refused. After that, they say that Austin tried to physically remove him, which is why they got into a physical accident at all. That's why he was that close enough for him to actually allegedly stab him, because he moved closer to try to remove him. He actually made the threat. You see, if somebody say, touch me and see what happens, somebody is telling you, I'm about to physically touch you. And I had to tell them after that, if you touch me, you're going to find out. You're going to fuck around and find out. That's a fact. It is what it is.
Anthony is accused of fleeing the scene and tossing the weapon into the bleachers. He was arrested shortly after. Responding officers.
Anthony is not accused of fleeing the scene. How you flee the scene when he waited there and went directly to the police officer? Even the police officer said that he told him everything. He got in the car. He wasn't fighting back. So again, what report are you reading, sir? Bandit.
Said that Anthony told them that he was protecting himself and that Anthony put his hands on him. Metcalf put his hands on him. Anthony also told the officers, I'm not alleged. I did it. He's, of course, under house arrest, enjoying NCAA 2K right now. Wearing an ankle monitor as he awaits the next developments in the case against him. Meanwhile, others are outraged that Anthony.
Did I mute up again? I like how they say that. Karmelo lived in a ritzy gated community, but let's just be honest about something else real quick. I'm gonna show y'all Karmelo house.
Said that Anthony told them
Pause
that
it.
he was
I'm gonna
protecting
show y'all
himself
Karmelo
and that
house.
Anthony put his hands on him. Metcalf put his hands on him. Anthony also told the office, I'm not alleged.
Okay. This is the house that Carmelo and his family lived in. And currently still live in, right? Big ass 5-bedroom mansion and shit. Father owned a fleet of fucking ProMaster trucks like the ones that they drive at Amazon and shit. Clearly has a business, right? Meanwhile, right? And also, Austin Metcalf parents are fucking married, right? Living a good life. I mean, my bad. Carmelo Anthony parents are fucking married in this big ass house, living a good life. You know where Austin Metcalf was living? With his fat ass single mother. With his fat ass single mother in a small ass fucking trailer like home. Come on, bro. Do I even gotta say it, bro? Do I gotta go further into why they might be jealous of a young black king? Do I? Do I gotta remind y'all that Donald Trump said we need to make America great again? Do I? Come on now. Y'all should be smart enough to put those pieces together. And guess what? Austin Metcalf not the only one that's mad about certain individuals in our society doing better than other individuals in our society. Yeah, certain people within our society feel like because allegedly their forefathers made this country and built this country and won this country, they should be the ones prospering overall. But the tides have turned. How they said inside Get Out, black is back. Shout out to the quarter, man. Maybe you can go tan yourself and get a new job. Replace Jonathan Majors in fucking Marvel or something. Until then, you're gonna be stuck doing misinformation on fucking YouTube.
I did it. He's of course under house arrest, enjoying NCAA 2K right now.
Aw. Carmelo's on house arrest, enjoying NCAA 2K right now, bro. How racist? So, are you fucking kidding me? This was almost a 4.0 student. You think the only thing he's fucking doing is chilling playing 2K? And first of all, nobody plays NCAA. The fuck are you talking about? That's how I know you out of touch. Man, we need to send one of these white girls that's, in touch with our community. You know, the ones who Shannon Sharp be smashing, all them kind of. We need to send them back to niggas like you so they can tell you more about us. Because clearly you don't know nothing about us. What's her name? Gabriella Zuniga? That's the one suing Shannon Sharp? Yeah, she can tell you about black men. We not fucking playing NCAA video games. That's something y'all do. Y'all the ones that's keeping fucking the golfing games and all that shit alive. We don't play that shit. That's y'all, bro. It's only one sports. Matter of fact, it's only 2 sports games that black men play. That's Madden, right? And that's NBA 2K. I think that shit is made by a nigga named Ronnie TV. If you ain't talking about those sports games, bro, we ain't playing no other sports games. What are you talking about? I don't even do they even make an NCAA game? If so, I don't want to play that shit. You want to play at Michigan State all fucking day? I'm playing with college students all fucking day. Man, that shit goofy, bro. You just be saying underlining racist shit all the time. And this time, I feel like your ass needs to be checked.
Wearing ankle monitors, he awaits the next developments in the case against him. Meanwhile, others are outraged that Anthony's family's been able to raise upwards of $535,000 on a crowdfunding site, Give Send Go, to support the legal defense. The money also went towards paying the rent of a $900,000 home in a luxury gated community in Frisco.
Aww. Karmelo and his family raised $535,000, but they clearly don't need the money because they live in a $900,000 luxury home. What the fuck they got to do with anything? Did Carmelo spend $900,000 on the house, or did his mother and father do it? So if they getting $500,000 for his defense, right? You know what that tell me? People believe in fighting for this case, and y'all mad about it. But you're not mad about Shiloh Hendricks getting $600,000 after she attacked an autistic child, right? Child. It's crazy that these type of white men still exist. It's absolutely asinine. Let's continue. I gotta go.
While the legal defense is a critical part of this journey, we want to make sure that this fund is not solely dedicated to legal expenses. Anthony's mom, Kayla Hayes, who administers the GoFundMe, posted, which also hasn't been updated in several weeks. Now, a local reporter has also claimed to see the video. And here's what she says. Many people see...
Now we're believing any fucking body on X now who said they saw the video. No, I don't even want to hear what the fuck she got to say. I don't.
That's worse. That's actually worse than, for example, that's worse than if it was clear, because the defense will say, well, we can't really see. We can't really see, so who knows what was going on? It's going to give him reasonable doubt.
Oh, it's going to give him reasonable doubt. It's almost like he has reasonable doubt any fucking way. Listen, bro. It's over. It's over. You have no need to fight this anymore. Right? What good is it going to see Karmelo going to jail for you? So you can say, oh, good. Another one of our brothers got justice. No. Your man's had no motherfucking right to tell nobody to move from under the tent. I have seen nothing yet that says he had authority over that tent. I don't give a fuck. I could have put up as a grown man off the streets. Well, he was going to tell me I got to move? Bro. I couldn't imagine. It's pouring raining. I see a tent. I go under the tent. It's clearly big enough for multiple people. I'm not bothering this person. And they say, hey, you're not part of our team, bro. You got to move. I say, hey, young blood, I'm going to move as soon as the rain done. Soon as the rain done, just go over and talk to your motherfucking teammates, little nigga. And hop on fucking TikTok. Why the fuck you even talking to me? That's what I would have said to him. Now, when it's done raining, that's what I'm going to move. And if his response would have been, nah, old black man, now I got to physically remove you. Man, I would have, bro, he would have been in way worse condition than what Carmelo left him. On God. That let me know he really thought that he had some type of authority over Carmelo, which made me think he was a racist white boy. Let me go and put it out. I think Austin Metcalf was a poor ass, racist ass white boy who was mad that his broke ass, single fat ass mother was fucking taking care of they broke raggedy asses, thinking that he was going to become the next fucking Tom Brady. His brother is a fucking bum. Nobody says he's a fucking football star. So their family is fucked. Meanwhile, Carmelo is standing, because they keep saying it's a $900,000. He's staying in $1 million fucking home that's all brick in Frisco, fucking Texas. And also, he just graduated. His parents can afford college. Child. Y'all are jealous of African Americans who are doing more than y'all. And guess what? It's not just us. The Asians are outpacing y'all. You know why? Because y'all sit around and lick Donald Trump dick all day that y'all don't even see he's fucking up and doing a bad job. But instead of y'all just saying, hey man, you doing worse than Sleepy fucking Joe and Kamala. No, we're going to let this shit go up in flames. And because he's a white man, let Obama had done all this shit. Oh, we're going to leave a group of black men to the fucking Capitol, armed. We're going to take women's rights away. We're going to tell these motherfuckers that we're going to lower the price of groceries. What happens as soon as you get in office? Price of groceries go to fuck up. Eggs is not fucking accessible. You got to get 2 fucking carts per person, right? The economy tanking, housing prices going up. But it's still all the Democrats' fault, right? This is what I'm talking about. This is the same mentality, dog. Again, I have no personal beef with Trump. In a lot of cases, I like Trump. But nah, I don't like that nigga enough to sit and look at him and say, hey, bro, you're the best president of all time, like some of you motherfuckers right now. That same delusion is the reason why the prosecutor charged him, but now has to charge him with lesser charges. Do you know how fucking embarrassing that is as a prosecutor? That you have to change the original charges because the judge is not going to say, hey, yeah, if you take this to trial, I'm going to let him walk. So now y'all got to change the charges to lower charges. I keep telling y'all, the only thing that I can see Karmelo being charged with is aggravated assault with a weapon. Fighting on a school campus, period, is assault. They fought each other. They assaulted each other. That is clear. It is alleged, but it's for the most part clear that Karmelo had a knife. Right? What's not clear is if that knife, under Texas law, is a weapon. Right? From those half, if it was a weapon, then yeah, aggravated assault with a weapon, he get a year in jail. If it wasn't aggravated assault, he gets 6 months in jail. That's the most I see coming out of this. And I see a lot of lawyers and prosecutors' names being fucked up because once Karmelo gets sentenced, that paperwork will be available for the public. And what's going to happen? Y'all know what's going to happen. We YouTubers. Information is going to go spread faster than this fucking Diddy trial shit. But don't believe me. You'll see it for yourself soon. Quartering, I'm not going to finish your video. You're a piece of shit. This was remarkably inappropriate for you to just come out saying all kind of shit, misleading your own audience, misleading white people who actually might be going through something, mentally and emotionally behind this. And instead of actually getting behind them and saying, hey man, maybe we need to do the right thing sometime and stop bullying people. This is not the old America. This is not Robert E. Lee America, Southerners, right? I just saw Trump talking about some, oh yeah, we're going to bring back another university and we're going to bring back the Robert E. Lee Robert E. Again, why would a president want to bring back a fucking traitor a name like Robert E. Lee who was okay with deleting other Americans? But more importantly, because Donald Trump is the president, they were okay with deleting Abraham Lincoln, who at the time was the sitting fucking president. But let's honor this man because he was from the South and Southern independence and Southern heritage. When that heritage is slavery, when that heritage is the death of a president who was loved by all. A president. American soldiers. I thought today, if a black man starts shooting American soldiers, y'all would have a problem with that. But Robert E. Lee want to do it, and y'all don't have a problem with that. Well, see, I have a problem with that because it's inconsistent. We got to protect our veterans, bro. Protect the vets. Protect the vets. Semper Fi, bro. Semper fucking Fi. But let's also support the motherfucker that wanted to gun down veterans and soldiers. Oh, man. This is fucking rich. Goodbye, Quartering. You will be tagged and fuck you. Bye.